Okay. Wow.
Let
Well,
me grab my picture. Hold on. I need to grab the thing you sent me, though.
well, I have it here so we can
Ah,
discuss it.
awesome. Yeah, so you can show me. Perfect. Awesome.
Okay, so when I tap in, I think of light as in the totality of light, the universe, God, and all frequencies. And
Mm-hmm.
that is all colors, because light is represented by color. And so when I do the drawings, I kind of categorize the specific the main frequency of your soul. So that's the kind of theme of who you are as a person, and it carries through your life. And so it's either one of three colors. It's the blue, which is the wisdom and the symbol of water. Red is love and the symbol of blood. And yellow is joy and the symbol of sunlight. So all three colors represent completely different personality traits and completely different gifts that you have to give in the world. And your gift that came through was blue, which is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And wisdom and blue represents water. And water then can, if you think of the idea of water, can sort of be a chameleon, depending on the environment, depending on who you're with, can morph itself into either ice or steam, or it could be flowing or it could be stagnant, depending on what is its highest and best and how it's working with itself in the world. And so, worst, it's going to be stagnant, it's not moving. And that's because wisdom requires trust. And so the nemesis for wisdom is always about the lack of trust or lack of listening to your intuition. So if you're feeling out of alignment, then it goes directly to your inability to really feel safe and trust that intuition and go with your wisdom and that knowing. And then, so the outside of your drawing is very much about your soul energy and your soul color, which is blue. And then I get two different types of frequency. So there's the curly, and then I have a different type, which is very straight.
Yeah.
And so when I see curly, it tells me that person is very, they're more on the feminine side of being, and they have a sense of being in the world, and that's their job. That's the end result of being here. Is you could sit in the middle of the Taj Mahal for the rest of your life and become enlightened, and then you would have fulfilled your soul purpose. And whereas a stripey energy, really intense, they have to do something. They either bake cakes, or they make buildings, or they something physical is generated from a masculine type energy. So if you know your energy, then that's so if you align with the idea that wisdom is going to be an internal thing for you, that something that you're very attuned to, and it's precious to you, and you love accumulating wisdom. So then I go through the chakras, and the chakras are energy centers. I'm very familiar with those. And you have 7 of them on your body. I draw the top 2 sort of like in a culmination because they're so related. The base chakra, your root chakra, is fine. However, it does have lines.
Yeah.
It tells me that if your root is related to the foundation of your life, how you're connecting in the world, and how you're manifesting even in the world. And if you're out of alignment in the manifestation of the world, then and it goes into your root, then it will go into your, for your case, female reproductive areas, and that may have caused some female, issues on the physical level if you haven't been dealing with the root cause.
Okay.
And then the sacral chakra, it's fine. It has, this beautiful outline, The solar plexus is good, strong, got good energy. Your heart chakra is out there, like beautiful heart, bright energy, and it tells me that you lead with your heart. You have your wisdom to share, but you also want to love on people, and it's really important for you that you ensure that your delivery is always met with heart. So it's really important to you. Your throat chakra tells me that you have some healing going on internally with your voice. So your voice is not only just the vibration of who you are and how you talk to people, but it's also your totality of your brand, perhaps, of your business, how people perceive you, how you're communicating out into the world. And when I see spikes or little dashes around there, it tells me that your voice is really important to the work that you do. So you couldn't sit in a room and talk to, you have to talk to people in order to be able to do what you do.
Yeah.
You're not a silent artist all day long producing pieces of artwork that then are sold and you never have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Your speech, your communication is vital to how you are in the world. The crown chakra and your third eye are prominent in your drawing, so it tells me that you have a good connectivity with spirit. You have the ability to foresee things. You have the ability to use your intuition for good, and you've got clear understanding, information coming in. The crown chakra tells me that you have a lot of good connectivity to source, to God. Your prayers are being answered, and when the color is blue, tells me that that's wisdom that is being translated into your prayers. So you have definitely good communication going on there. So then I talk about the inside and the outside. So when I look at the drawing, it's literally, I draw the left or the right hand side and the left hand side. So that's kind of how the drawing is of you. So when you're looking at the drawing, sometimes a little confusing, but this.
No, but like there's a busy side and there's a.
Yes. So you have the internal side, which is your left side, and this is the external side to your right side. So your internal is what's happening on the inside of who you are, and the secrets of what's going on Gaelle's life and her mind and her heart and her spirit. And then the external, your right side, is what other people are seeing about you and how they're reacting to you and how they perceive who you are and what you're creating. So your hands are what you're creating and what you're doing in the world, and your feet are representative of where you are at the world and where you're walking in the world. What are you, where are you planting your feet? What are you moving towards? What are you stuck in? And that kind of, that energy. So pink is always representative of love relationships. And so when I see that much pink, it tells me that internally you got a little bit of a heartache right now. And it tells me that you have your hand is full of pink, and so you're having a little bit of confusion about this love relationships and not sure about there's romance in your life, in your world, and how it's all going to be manifest in the physical, in that outside world. And so you have a lot of pink on both your hand and your feet.
Yeah.
Again, it tells me that you're not only hurting in your field about this relationship, it's this love relationship, but also doing this, you're stuck in this feeling of not sure with your love relationships. On the outside, nobody probably could tell that much. On the outside, you're giving a good illusion that you got it all together. you're giving the illusion that you're working and you're creating and everything's fine, and the base that you have right here is a mixture of this internal space of your life where you're just not sure of how it's all coming together. How does the love relationship come with your work, which is represented by the orange, which is your activity, and then how do you map wisdom and healing and love with all that? How do all those things work together in harmony, and how do they how do you move forward with that? How do you have your cake and you eat it too? Kind of a feeling.
That's what we all want, right?
Yes, it's exactly what we all want. So it's really that tells me that right now that's kind of where you're at in your world, is you're manifesting, you're being very creative and sparkly. The orange in your doing hand is very out there, and you just got a lot of fire in it, and it's really exciting, and so people are perceiving you as very you're doing a lot in the world, you got a lot going on, it's really positive, but internally there's some heartache and some confusion, and you're not sure how to make all this come out in the real life. How do you create your perfect romance relationship, and so there's this real conflict between what's going on inside of you and outside of you. But the good news is that we can help clean that up. We can talk about where are you stuck in this feelings of romantic relationship, and how can you peacefully transition. I don't think necessarily that there's anything wrong, because I've seen blockages before that are really harboring you from moving forward. So this is more of a want. This is more of a desire. This is more of a, I would love to have everything all at once, but how does that work? And so it's not a negative. It's a very more just a burning desire to make it work. So that's what I saw in the drawing, and let's hope that some of it resonates with you.
No, totally. I think I'm doing a lot, with work, and work as the how do you say, the front stage in my life, and so it's true that like romantically there's not much going on, and I have some doubts sometimes with me traveling a lot, how will somebody fit into that, and so how can I have a life where I have both the business and the love. And I often joke with my friends, but I'd rather spend an hour working on my business than being on a date with somebody who's not interesting. So with a mindset like that, you can imagine it's like, I think the guy has to be like amazing for me to be like, oh my God, I wanna spend time with him, rather than doing all the millions of things I want to do before.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely. That was super cool. Yeah, no, that's super cool, because it's really important for me to be able to see. I've been working on my heart chakra a lot, so I'm really glad that you see that more open, and it definitely resonates for like who I am inside, and the solar plexus being strong is not, it's not new. Like, that's definitely something that I've heard and people say, and I can also feel it. But I'm glad that it looks like on the design, that really the heart chakra is now, at least it's there, it's open, it's taking more space. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that definitely made its presence known, for sure.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Thank you so much.
Gosh, it was my pleasure. So maybe we can we can turn the video off or whatever, but
do you have it? Yeah, cut it off if you want. Yeah.